Well, and we don't always wait for sound things, but it doesn't seem particularly nice to start on a...
That's fair.
It's what we always say, like, it's such a serene... We'd like to offer you a
This makes me
serene
feel
moment.
like I'm back home. It's nice.
Dr Amir Khan, thank you for joining me here in the garden.
My pleasure.
Of course, I've given you your formal title. Does everyone address you as that?
No one does. Like, not even my patients. It's just Amir.
Oh, you do seem like somebody who people would want to address as Amir rather than Doctor.
Doctor. I think it's because where I work in Bradford, it's a very deprived area, but it's where I grew up.
Oh, yeah.
And so, like, they all know my mum and they knew my dad.
Oh, that's
because my dad used to be
nice.
a bus driver. And they're like, oh, your dad used to drive me here, drive me there. And that all sounds really nice, except now when they can't get an appointment, they text my mum. And then my mum, like, texts me and goes, so-and-so can't get an appointment. Will you see her? So, yeah, there's like an alternative way in.
There's a way in. I think that must be the most difficult thing about being a doctor, is that you, not just the times when you're working, it's the times when you're not working, when people are like, actually, I've got this pain here.
I don't mind it. I really don't mind it.
Yeah.
But there's some times where it's really inappropriate. So I was in our local garden centre in Leeds, and
People take their trousers off.
yes, he like showed me a rash in his groin, but he took his underwear off as well, and it's like everything was just waving around.
Oh my God, in amongst the lawnmowers.
In amongst and then we both got escorted out because I was like, I hadn't even done anything.
What?
So then I had to text my other half going, please can you get me some dahlias? I'm in the car.
Gosh, you popped up for some dahlias, and that's how it finished up. Oh, you
Yeah,
poor thing.
I know.
What was the rash? Did you ever find out?
I did actually tell him to get some antifungal cream from the chemist, which you could buy over the counter. You could have gone to the chemist.
Well, that's the thing, though, with the chemist. I'll say, I know people say you can just go to the chemist and they can actually help you with a lot of things. But sometimes it is quite a public space, isn't it?
That's true.
So, do you ever go into a chemist where they've got like two, it's almost like a stage where there's like the counter and then the pharmacist is on like a raised platform behind?
Yes.
And I've had it where they're like shout over there and I think, well...
It's true. And chemists have that weird smell as well, don't they? It's like a clinical smell. And they always have like some lollipops on the counter as well.
Strangely, always lollipops.
Always.
Yeah, why is that? Is that like, you might pop in for some antibiotics and some Chupa Chups?
Yeah, it's always Chupa Chups. Yeah, I can't answer that question. I don't know. I will ask and find out.
Because I went into one and I wasn't getting anything terribly embarrassing, but they were like, "Oh, are you Tom Allen?" And I was like, "Oh, yes, I am." "Oh, I thought it was you, but when you came in with your hat on and all wrapped up, speaking quietly, I thought I don't know if that's him or not." But then I saw it and I thought, "Oh gosh, I must ask." And I thought, well, I'm glad I'm not asking for that antifungal cream or whatever for that rash or something else.
No, well, sometimes I go in and they'll, I'll be getting something either over the counter or a prescription, and then they'll go, well, have you tried this before? Do you know about the side effects? And and then like ask me all these medical questions, like, oh no.
But some of those side effects as well, we're getting a bit more American, I think, the side effects where it's like, it would be like, this can cause impotence, renal failure, kidney failure, death, diarrhea, all at the same time.
But I'm happy to take
But
it.
all right, if it gets,
I'll take my chances.
It gets rid of the wrinkles.
Exactly.
Put it on.
Count me in.
Count me in. Now, you've travelled very kindly all the way from up north.
From Leeds, yes.
From Leeds.
Yeah.
Thank you. And you've gone to a very special place, Betty's Tea Room, and you brought me a present.
I'm obsessed with Betty's because it's like a 10-minute drive from where I live, and so we're there all the time. I think I know them all on first name basis, but I have got you what I think are the best things from that.
You are kind. Yorkshire fruitcake.
Yeah. Amazing.
Which I know you have to have with a slice of cheese.
Yes, definitely with a slice of cheese and a good cup of Yorkshire tea.
Oh, look,
Yeah.
you didn't need to spoil me.
No.
Cheeky little... Oh, sorry, go on.
No, I was going to say they're the best ones.
Cheeky little rascals. Because there's a thing called... Was it called a fat rascal?
A fat rascal.
Is there like...
So they're just small versions of fat rascals.
Oh, I love that. And it's basically, they're like a sort of like a rock cake, is it?
Kind of between a rock cake and a scone. So if they had a child, it would be a fat rascal.
And my goodness, what a child they would have. Oh my! Because I do love spending time in Yorkshire. Of course, such a huge county.
It is.
Divided into North Yorkshire, South Yorkshire.
Yeah.
And the West Riding.
The West Riding.
Now, do you know why it's got? Is that something to do with horses?
I don't know. I think you know what? I'd just be making it up, but I've got a feeling it's got something to do with the way the valleys all kind of come together. I suspect it's that. Yeah, it is gorgeous. I'm very lucky where we live because it's fairly rural. It's on the outskirts of Leeds. It's on the Harrogate border, so we've got just beautiful countryside all around. It makes a difference from Bradford, from where I grew up.
Weird question. Do you know my friend Dr Simon Stockhill? His
No,
partner Paul. They live in Kirby Overblow.
that's really close to me.
They did anyway. Maybe they've moved from there.
I'm going to find out.
Another doctor. He's ginger. So you
Is
won't miss
he?
him.
I'll look out for him.
You'd love him.
No, I feel like I
introduce you to
would.
him.
Yeah, please do.
He's very good friends with my friend Sam Battersea, who's been on this show.
Okay.
We call it a show. Anyway, you should be friends. Chocolate Desires, milk, white and dark, Swiss chocolate discs, temptingly topped with fruit and nuts. Oh, I say.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. These are like literally all my favourite things.
And and we've just had a cup of coffee.
Yes.
We could have had some Betty's coffee.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know if will
Oh.
that work in your machine because you've got a very posh machine.
No, you can use it.
Okay.
You can do either way. You can. It's very
Brilliant.
It's very amenable like that. And it's like Christmas Day here. And some Yorkshire shortbread, rich
Yes.
butter shortbread made at our craft bakery to a Yorkshire recipe.
There you go.
Oh, I love. And
honestly.
Yorkshire people are so proud. I love how I've never met
Everything is Yorkshire.
such a like. Nationalistic
No, you're
county.
right.
It's very like God's own county.
It is, and everything is like Yorkshire this and Yorkshire that, but you don't get that like because I went to
get that.
university in Liverpool. You don't go, oh, Merseyside this and Merseyside
You really wouldn't
that.
get that.
do
You wouldn't get that in Berkshire.
No.
Suffolk.
No.
Suffolk's like, yeah, Suffolk's the best. We make the best. This is absolutely tremendous. Well,
Oh, I'm
thank
glad you like it.
How lovely. I always feel like Betty's is the sort of place they'd go to in Downton Abbey.
Yes.
Because that's supposed to be in Yorkshire, isn't it?
It is.
Near
It is. It's
Ripon.
in Richmond. But the
other Richmond.
Betty's is the perfect place to take your mum at any time during the year.
Yes.
But Harrogate itself is just like full of people taking their mums out, which I think is really nice.
That is my dream. That's like that because I always say my audience is mainly gay men and their mums.
Well, they will all live in Harrogate.
And they were like, and Harrogate is like a theme park for them,
It
isn't
is. It is. It's just really quaint.
And it is, being such a big fan of Alan Bennett, I don't know
Yeah,
if you've
I
been
do.
a fan of course he has his house there, I think.
Yes.
And I always, there was a point in my life when I liked to try and do impersonations of him as well, but it was always kind of like, oh, me and mother went to, and then when you go up there and you see all the front of the buses, and I'm like, they all go to like, I'm trying to think, Ellenborough? No.
Edinburgh? No.
I think it's Edinburgh.
Oh,
No.
Allerton. North Allerton.
North Allerton.
Yes.
And places like that I'd heard
Yeah,
you mention. And I
yeah,
just thought,
yeah.
oh, they're real.
They're so nice, though.
yeah.
Come over. We'll do a tour of all that area.
Oh, I'd
we'll
like
go
that.
like mum spotting.
I go-
That's a thing.
Oh, I bet it is a thing. I bet it is a thing. Don't you
Let's
worry
do
about
it.
that. Oh, that's so thoughtful of you. And you brought lovely things as well. Very sweet things as well from a doctor.
Well, all in moderation, right? Yeah.
I think you've become very much somebody that people really trust because you are, well, obviously so friendly, but also so realistic about people's like actual like health and the way they approach medicine. I mean, people might know you from Lorraine or from all of the main TV shows that feature doctors. Actually,
All of them.
all of them,
Yeah.
all of them. But you're so good at talking to people about kind of what they're worried about and putting them at ease. Is that a big part of being a doctor?
I think so, and because I'm in it, I'm doing the job like full time,
Yeah.
and so you see what affects people's health in real time, in the real world. It's not abstract. I'm not just
Yeah.
talking about a study. I'm talking about like this is definitely what's affecting people, and I think being in that and living and breathing it makes a big difference. And then I explain it in the same way that I would talk to my patients,
Yeah.
and I'm hoping that's what comes across.
Oh, 100% it does. I mean, I was thinking as well about how, for example, beforehand we were talking about booze.
Yeah.
And we've sort of tried to cut down on... The bird has come to say hello to you.
Beautiful, yes.
Beautiful. Oh. There's a few of them out
It's up
actually
there,
today.
yeah, gorgeous. I'm trying to
Oh,
see
it's-
what it is, but it's just flown off.
Yeah. It's a good day. They've come to see you. They know that you are an ambassador for the RSPB.
Tom, I'm the president of the RSPB.
Sorry,
Behave
I
yourself.
beg your pardon.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon.
El Presidente.
El Presidente.
Yeah.
My word.
I know, I was just as surprised as anyone when they
Mr.
asked.
President.
Yeah.
Is it a very formidable organisation? I imagine. I'd like to think it is.
It is and it isn't, because it's so old, there's a lot of kind of history behind it, and there's lots of kind of rules and regulations.
Yes.
but also they do give me a lot of freedom to kind of do my own thing a little bit as well and kind of...
Executive orders,
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
I think it's more of a decorative role, to be
fine.
honest, more than anything else.
You're not moving into Venezuela or something like that at some point.
No,
Yes,
sadly
get a
not.
different sort of president. That's good. Good.
Yeah, well, I'll take the job, though.
Is there any ceremony that goes with it? Are there any chains or any?
No,
Oh,
I
that's
didn't even get like a... I think I got a badge that with just like the logo on, and then I get to talk about birds a lot, which is like my favourite thing.
You love them, don't you? And you get them in your garden, I know.
Yeah, I actually am obsessed with birds. Like, I think it's so amazing that we live on a planet where like there's little creatures that fly with feathers and they sing
Sing at
for us. Yeah.
You're right, you know. And I love
crazy.
the sound of it. It's one of my favourite things. And I think during COVID, actually, there was that point when obviously there wasn't any traffic on the roads.
Yeah.
And you could suddenly hear birds further in the distance. And you realise that we just live in this... We all live in a forest where we've just sort of tarmacked over a corner of it and we just claim that that's the world.
That's right.
But the world is really full of birds.
It should be full of birds. And one of my favourite things about bird song is, yes, we know that it calms us and it does all of that. But we think the reason behind that is because when we were kind of nomadic people and we moved from area to area for resources, food and space and things, as we were moving, the things that we listened out for was birdsong, because birdsong would mean less predation and more abundance of things like berries and nuts and seeds. So that is kind of linked into our intrinsic beings. I think is gorgeous.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. So that's why, because as well, I've heard that, talking of bird song, singing as well, there's a reason that like sometimes people feel they can't sing or singing feels unnatural or very vulnerable, is because apparently that was the last thing to develop, because that was a sort of like everything else was to do with survival, whereas vocal stuff is much more kind of the last thing that you might use maybe to alert the rest of the pack to a predator.
Yeah, I think you're right. And it releases so many of those beautiful chemicals like serotonin and dopamine.
Yes,
And
and I find it with laughter actually as well. They're very sort of vulnerable, kind of very open things to do.
yes.
Gosh, we've danced around all the topics I want to talk about very quickly.
Sorry.
No, I'm excited. Well, I'm trying to introduce a question
Okay.
to this.
Sorry, it's me.
No, don't apologise, because it's a new thing I'm doing for this new series where I'm trying to introduce a question where I say to people, what was your first memory of being in a garden or gardening?
Oh, my first ever memory, I suppose, is, you know, when I was very young and we had a long, thin kind of garden going back on the back of our house and a big tree on it. And then my dad put a swing, and it's just that feeling of swinging. You know, like, it's so old school, isn't it? A swing on a tree branch. And just like my sisters trying to push me off the swing more than anything, but pushing the swing as well. And I think that's just a really... And there were loads of birds in that garden, even though we never fed them or anything, but there was loads of starlings. And just kind of swinging on that swing, watching like groups of starlings just kind of looking around the grass for little grubs and stuff. I think that's...
how nice.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
I mean, I do find... I'm not an expert on birds at all, but I love, as I say, I love this bird song. And I don't know what attracts different ones to different places. We get a lot of parakeets around here.
Yeah.
Is that a London thing? Or
I think so.
Yeah.
We're starting to get them up north because I've seen little flocks of them around. But no,
Parakeet,
we have gorgeous sounds.
But, oh, really? Are they starting to go up there? Because unfortunately, they have quite an ugly bird song. Everything.
Yes.
Shut up. Whereas the other ones, I kind of enjoy their kind of playfulness.
We're really lucky because we get loads of finches in our gardens. We've got goldfinches and greenfinches and my favourite bullfinches. And bullfinches in particular, you know they're around because they kind of have this low whistling noise, which is a bit like...
Oh, that's the bullfinch.
Yeah, and it's so nice. And in the past, people used to, when they used to keep bullfinches, you could train them to copy other birds' songs and things like that. Yeah, they're trainable. I didn't even know that, but
oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, because of course Cares is set up in Yorkshire.
Yes.
Do you like that mournful film? Do you like? You could maybe do a version of it with
birds.
with a bullfinch.
With a
Just
bullfinch.
called Bull.
I should do.
I see you now walking around those North Yorkshire moors.
Yeah.
With a
Bullfinch.
bullfinch on
Just,
your
yeah,
arm.
I was gonna. That would be that's the dream for me. Actually, that's the dream.
Yeah, that would be a nice life. It's such a sad. Have you seen the film?
I haven't. I know of it. I haven't seen it.
well, maybe
What
watch
happens
it,
in it? Is there a dead bird?
Spoiler alert! But the it's about Billy Casper, who has a pretty unhappy childhood, but he learns to tame a bird, a kestrel, and that's basically.
I know exactly what you're talking about now. You said that.
I mean, it's one of those
Yes.
films that
Yeah.
I think people get made to watch.
Yeah.
It's got a very mournful soundtrack as well.
Okay.
I think largely with flutes. Going it's like classic like British cinema. You've got like American films. They're always like, yeah, we're doing this, we're going there, and like British films are like. And then sort of sadness and sadness and a bird flying.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's quite grey. And, it's quite.
I don't know if I should just stick to my finches.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, stick to your bullfinch. Maybe do a happy one about
Yeah,
bullfinches.
I think I will.
They do bring a lot of joy because you're president of RSPB, and I know you're involved in the Wildlife Trust as well.
The vice president.
Just vice there,
Just
VP,
vice.
VP. And I know you're involved a lot in gardening, and I know you're involved in Sue Ryder, who talks a lot about
Yes.
grief and gardening. And I
Yeah.
went to the RHS show at Hampton Court where Sue Ryder had their grief garden. I don't know if you
Yeah.
saw that. But I do think, I often talk about it, gardening really helped me when my dad died. I think actually we lost our dad around about the same time, about 4 years ago. Is that right?
No, my dad died probably about 20 years ago.
Oh, I beg your
now.
pardon.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
Totally,
No, it's fine.
totally didn't research
Yeah.
that.
It's all right.
But
in
it's the
the
same,
ballpark.
in the same
Yeah,
ballpark.
yeah.
4 years, 20 years, whatever.
We've both got dead dads.
The thing is, the main thing to remember here is that we've got dead dads.
Yeah,
And
that connects us. And we like gardening. So,
And we like gardening.
Yeah,
So,
there's so much in common.
there's so much.
So, dead dads, what's the next question?
Dad's dead? Yeah, sure.
No?
Got it. Yeah, gardening. Did you garden when he was dead?
I think there must have been
did.
some
I did.
gardening. You did.
I did die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
didn't
did it
die,
help you?
but I did garden when he died. Yeah,
It's not a funny conversation, but I'm laughing.
Sorry.
But did it help you?
Yeah, it did. I suppose. But it's one of the, I mean, I always make out exactly as well that I'm like, oh, Dad's died. What shall I do? I'll go and do some garden. Like, it wasn't quite as immediate as that, but it just sort of, I suppose it just slowed me down at a time when somebody dies, I think, as well. It's like there's a lot people always think it's sad. It is sad. It's one of the most administrative heavy experiences of your life.
So much.
So much
Yeah. I was really young, and I think everything kind of fell to me in that the paperwork
yes.
stuff. So arranging the funeral, getting the
Yes.
death certificate, and
Yes,
all of that.
death certificates I always
so
say about.
hard.
Yeah.
And then everything afterwards, all the probate stuff. We found out this is really weird. So at my dad's funeral, this is like the strangest story. So at my dad's funeral, we call everyone aunties and uncles. So an uncle came over to one of my best friend from school, and he was like, bring Amir to the cash and carry tomorrow at 4 o'clock. I've got something for him. And so my mate came over to me, this weird uncle has just said this to me. And I went, which cash and carry? So he told us. So we went to the cash and carry. But we didn't know what to do once we got to the cash and carry because it's just like a supermarket. Yeah. And so we went to one of the checkout ladies and said, oh, we're here to see this person. She went, oh, he's out the back. And so we both kind of, I thought I was going to get like some kind of induction to the Bradford Mafia or something.
Brilliant.
I was like, about time. So we went there, we knocked, and this uncle was sitting behind, and it was like a film. He was sitting behind this big desk, lots of paperwork.
The Godfather.
Yeah, and it turns out my dad had like a secret flat in Dubai. And,
Great.
And Budapest. So I don't know, he always told us he had no money. And so we were
Yeah, were you
spending
like,
it.
where was this? Well, I needed
Exactly. So sorting them out was a nightmare.
Oh, my goodness.
So yeah, secret flats.
Secret
We don't know what he
flat.
was doing there. We just don't venture down that road.
And Budapest as well.
Yeah, weird place, right?
Nice,
He'd never
though.
been. He'd never been.
He
But
just thought,
bought
good
these.
place to buy
Yeah,
a flat.
invest maybe.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. It was really random.
And quite random to find out about it, like you say, in a sort of supermarket.
Yeah, and I went, I'll deal with that later.
Oh, yeah. Well, all of that stuff happens, and I think it's kind of, that can be so overwhelming. But actually, and I know you've talked about it as well, like when you were working in COVID, and that was obviously a very stressful time for anyone in the medical profession. But to come into the garden, it's those times when you just have to stop and you have to go at the garden's pace. I always think that's the thing. You can't be like, right, I'm going to do the garden. You can't do the garden like you're doing some sort of supermarket sweep.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it was like this for you, but when you are feeling grief and you're in the garden, you are still thinking about the grief, but you're also doing something really practical and tactile as well.
Yes.
And I think touching things
Yes.
kind of stops you from the overwhelm of all that thought process, perhaps.
That's exactly how I found it. And I think as well, because it's not something that as well, I think with grief, it's something that you don't experience instantly, perhaps. It's difficult because we live in a kind of very rational, tangible world. And so if somebody's suddenly not there, it doesn't sort of we can't quite compute it, I always think.
Yeah.
I always say it's like you look out the window and there's a building, and if someone said that building's no longer there, you'd go, yes, it is. And you go, like, how is that not there anymore?
Yes, very much so.
So coming to accept that, I think, takes time.
Yeah, and it's so different for everyone, isn't it? So I think, because I also do some work for a charity called the Good Grief Trust. And it's all about kind of learning about how different people grieve. And I see that a lot with my work as well, because as a GP, one of the things that's most rewarding for me is the palliative care side of things. So when people choose to die in the community, in their own homes, and going to see them and building that relationship with their families and them at an early stage where they've got choices to make and can make those kind of decisions. I think that is definitely the most rewarding, because everybody asks me, well, that must be the saddest part, but actually it's not. It sounds weird, but it's my favourite part, because you get more out of that than any other part of my job, I think.
I can well imagine that, because I do some work with St Christopher's Hospice in South East London, and they're amazing because they are, if you go to the centre, it is such a kind of happy place.
Yeah.
And that seems very strange to say, but they are it's full of life.
It is.
People are having a great time. And people are, like you say, making choices. Also, I always say about the drinks trolley that goes round. And then they can there's a kitchen there where they can have whatever they want to eat, and the families come and they're part of that whole experience. And there is a garden there as well, which is a big part of their work.
I think so. I think the gardens every hospice should have a beautiful garden, I think, because I think that's one of the places that you want to be in when you're coming to the end of life, or if you're struggling with your health. I think a garden is a beautiful healing place.
Yeah, I agree. And I think as well it teaches us about not to get all the Lion King about it, but the circle of life, and and that things are here and then they're not here, and they have their season and then they're gone, and it's okay. And I think that I've always found quite soothing in a sort of in a way that in a way that it's perhaps surprising, because on the surface it is just some nice flowers.
Agree. Where my dad is buried in Bradford, so there's it's a Muslim kind of cemetery, and this is typical Asian Muslim behaviour. So, each grave we kind of try and outdo the other graves by planting bigger and more extravagant plants and flowers and things. So, if you go to this cemetery in Bradford, it is the most beautiful but ridiculous garden you've ever seen, because everyone is just trying to outdo each other with their plants and flowers.
Oh, I love that. I'm always fascinated, as might be no surprise, but that kind of one-upmanship that I think human beings always have, that kind of sense of snobbery and I'm actually better. We're better because we do this. We do that. How fascinating! I've never seen that.
Oh no, you should come. Honestly, it's worth it.
Oh,
honestly,
how brilliant!
My favourite one, because the winner is this one who's got this huge kind of birds of paradise plant,
really
huge,
and it survives in the winter.
Yeah. Well, they wrap it up and all that. They look after it, and and they really tend to it. And we're all scowling at that particular grave.
Now you've got me thinking, what am I going to have? I just thought maybe a marble mausoleum and a statue.
You need something that grows every season, and you need something for every part of the year. So you've got to have your winter part and your spring part. Honestly,
oh my God, I need to get planning this.
I'm there every week tending to that grave.
Exhausting, absolutely. Topiary, maybe a topiary statue of myself.
That's a good idea.
I might get the box blight.
Get the RHS involved.
Yes, I'd love to speak to them.
What can you do for my grave?
What could you? I feel like they could do a roaring trade.
Yeah,
because I do think that's lovely as well. I love the idea of a plant being buried, being above me.
Yes,
and that's part of it.
It's growing from you, right? Yeah, we have little tiny gravestones. We don't have these huge plaques, and then everything else is just
huge.
Plants.
Oh, what a beautiful idea!
Yeah, it's really nice.
Is that? I've never actually been there, but is it in Prague where there's the cemetery? But it's kind of part of the city, and people walk through the cemetery and. I should go to Prague.
Yeah.
Did your dad have a flat there? Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe there's a secret flat there. I tell you, the worst thing about those flats was, there was still so much to pay off.
Oh, no.
They weren't paid off.
Oh.
So, I inherited all of that.
This episode is sponsored by Saily. Now, I love to go travelling, and I sometimes do worry about hidden roaming charges. It can really disturb my holiday peace, actually. I always promise myself I'll use my phone less when I'm away, and for the most part, that is true. But there's always a moment when you will inevitably need your phone, to find somewhere gorgeous for lunch or simply avoid getting lost. And alongside that, I've got this sort of worry in the back of my mind that looking at my screen might be costing more than I think it might be from roaming charges. And that's exactly where Saily becomes very useful. Saily is an eSIM app that gives you access to affordable mobile data worldwide, so you can use your phone when you need to without worrying about unexpected charges. And there's not a physical SIM card in sight. All you do is simply install the app once, choose a data plan for wherever you're travelling, and you'll be online when you land. After that, whenever you go somewhere new, you just open the app, choose a new plan, and you're set to go. Wonderful. It's thoughtfully designed with a built-in ad blocker to reduce wasted data and a VPN for extra peace of mind on public Wi-Fi. And if you travel often, you'll find Saily Ultra especially helpful with unlimited global data, cashback in credits, and a NordVPN subscription included too. Download the Saily app from your app store and use code Tom Allen, that's all one word, lowercase, Tom Allen, at checkout to get 15% off your first purchase. This episode of Pottering is sponsored by Mind, the mental health charity. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not always very good at stopping. When I've got a busy day, it's very hard to slow your brain down a bit, isn't it? And that's why I love being in the garden, doing something with my hands, so my mind can take a little break. And that's why Mind have created Pause. It's a monthly craft subscription box designed to give you a small creative moment of mindfulness each month. And from just £8 a month, you receive a unique activity through the post. So don't worry, it's not all about being good at crafting. It's about giving your hands something gentle to do and letting your mind catch up, I suppose. I mean, I like to assemble a little pot of bulbs. That's been something I've been doing recently. It really calms me down. And what's really wonderful about Pause is that while you're taking that little moment for yourself, your monthly donation supports Mind's mental health information and services, helping more people get support when they need it most. You can enjoy it on your own, you can share it, you can gift a subscription to someone who might appreciate a reset. Just search Pause for Mind and start your subscription today. I like to go to a Central European city, actually. I find that in the summer they get hotter than people realise.
Yes, yeah. Where's your favourite?
Well, we went to Salzburg a couple.
Gorgeous.
Year before, and that was really lovely. And if you go out of the city, you're instantly in that sort of Sound of Music, mountainous area.
Yeah,
lovely.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Very beautiful.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Switzerland because that's just like that.
Oh, yeah, all of that there. Yes,
yeah.
of course.
And also, like, we kind of weirdly grew up on Switzerland because in the 80s and 90s, every Bollywood film was filmed in Switzerland.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So they'd be in they'd be in India for the main movie, and
Yeah.
then every time there was a song, they'd suddenly be transported to Switzerland. And so just for the song.
Oh, is that sort of a Sound of Music kind of? Do you think that came from?
I think it's because they didn't need visas to get into Switzerland.
Okay,
I suspect that's
fine.
the easiest place just to get to.
go there.
And it was so like now everywhere. And if you go to Switzerland to these like beautiful iconic places, there's just a lot of Indian people there because they're reliving their Bollywood dream.
Because that's true. There's a place in Dorset, isn't there? That there's a. Am I right? I haven't seen the film, but I think there's a Bollywood film where people swim underneath an arch in the sea. Again,
I don't
not something
know.
I haven't researched, but hey.
I tell you what was in a Bollywood film, Blue Water. Is that the shopping centre? Yeah.
That's you can't go through. That's so funny. Blue Water's in a Bollywood
And
film.
right, so there's probably one of the biggest Bollywood films ever made. It's called
just
Kabhi
around the
Khushi Kabhi Gum, and the grand finale where the son and his wife, who are ostracised from the family, suddenly randomly meet up with their parents who ostracise them back in India, and they meet up in Blue Water. And there's a whole scene where when they're walking in, it's so funny. It's like they're walking over a threshold, so they do the feet walking into Blue Water in slow motion, and they clip it back to when they first got married and walked over their first threshold of their first house. It's random. So I should go there as well.
Oh, I would
actually.
love to see that film.
It's
You
a
would
good
love
film.
Blue Water, free parking.
Really?
Yes, Yes, it's all set out like a triangle, so you're never, a lot of shopping centres, the further you go in, the further you're away.
Yes.
This one, you just end up back at where you started.
That is really clever. That's why they chose that.
Circle of life.
Just
Again.
like the circle of life.
Just like the Lion King.
Dead dads.
Dead dads.
Yeah.
The triangle. Blue Water Shopping Centre. It's so beautiful, isn't it? Isn't life lovely? Blue Water, it's great, but it's built in a quarry off the motorway, and you can do a zip wire there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely going to put that on my list.
Yeah. Alfie bought it for his mum, and she doesn't like heights, and so it was quite an ordeal actually for her, I think.
Did she just scream all the way?
Well, I think, Linda did scream, I think, all the way down.
I love it.
But she did still manage to wave at the nephews, I think, so she was proud of that. But I think it's quite, it's an interesting place. But I'd say great parking.
Yeah, bonus.
And lovely, lovely shops, and also a cinema.
Oh.
We went to see Austin Powers too when it came out there.
Was that the last time you were there? That's a long time ago.
Yeah, maybe it's not such a... I haven't been there for a while.
It's like
I haven't been there since
ages ago. It's like when Beyonce still did movies.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, was she in the second one? Yeah, or the third one?
She was in one of them.
Oh, Austin Powers.
I know.
What a great franchise.
Brilliant.
Time for them to make another one, surely. So, what was I going to say? Where were we? Oh, yes, booze, I was going to say to you about
we haven't
an hour
even got
ago.
there. Yeah, right, okay.
Because I was thinking, I mentioned earlier, before, there's the booze alarm. I mentioned, it's going to be a really long one now, isn't it? Because what time is it? Oh, it's 12 o'clock.
Is it 12? Okay.
Couldn't be more bongs. It's fine. We keep it in anyway. It's natural.
Nice. I like
We're not
it.
apologising. We are here.
Yeah.
We are where we are.
I like it.
We've sort of been trying to cut down on booze. We did a sort of dry January, try January, as I think some people call it.
Yeah.
But we didn't. We just sort of drank like once or twice a week, and we're really conscious of it. How much do you think people lie to you about drinking when they come and see you?
All the time. I have to double the figures. So when they tell me, I'm like, how much do you drink? And I'm trying to say it in a really non-judgy way. Like, I'm not judging, but just so I'm clear, how much, would you drink? And they're like, oh, maybe this, maybe that. And they try and like hide it. And they go, maybe, an old small one every now and again. And I went, what's a small one? And you have to like really drill down into it before you get the truth.
Because all that talk of units, I don't really know what a unit is. No. In my mind, I'm like, I guess a unit is a glass, because a glass is a sort of unit.
Yeah, but it depends on the size of the glass.
Of course.
And actually, a unit of wine is probably, because glasses are so big now, right?
Yes.
It's just like the floor of the glass pretty much is a unit.
Like a sort of, like a sommelier would do.
Yeah, pretty much.
A unit.
I remember I was recording something for ITV, and I was with some of the people for ITV, and we were all talking.
But they were having a drink.
Oh my God. So I said to them, they were just talking about wine and how they come home from work every day and they have a glass of wine. And I was just listening to it. Of course they do. I was just listening to it, and I didn't think about saying anything, but I just said it. I just went, yeah, but there are some days in the week when you don't drink, right? And there's just like silence.
Oh, no.
And then there was like confusion. They're like, what do you mean?
This is the thing, but this is how we were getting. We were like, it's just so easy to have a drink. You go out, you go anywhere, and it's like, oh, should we just stop by this pub? Oh, this bar looks nice. Oh, we're going to the theatre, have a glass of wine.
Yeah, it's so easy to do.
So easy, and then we suddenly realised that we were drinking quite unconsciously and not appreciating it. And now we've sort of tried to pare it back and just have a tonic water where we would have a glass of wine. But you realise as well that a large glass of wine can sometimes be $2.50, which is a third of a bottle.
Yeah, it's big. It's big, and I think that it's by design now, isn't it? The glasses and the way it all is, and so I think I to get all serious, I do think that idea of having at least, I would say, 3 days of alcohol free through the week is really important.
Well, there was a time when I thought, like, that's impossible, I can't do
Really?
that. But now I'm better at doing it. But I feel better. When I say I feel better for it, I think some people kind of oversell that.
Yeah.
I feel level.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? From it, I don't feel elated. It's not like I'm, you know what I mean? People make out that you're suddenly going to be...
Like really healthy and like clear-headed and everything. Yeah.
Like you're in a musical or something.
Yeah. It's like it's a slow process, Brenda. Slow down. Yeah.
All it is just that you're like, you just feel like, oh, I don't feel horrendous today.
That's right.
Which is it turns out is a good thing.
It is a good thing. It is a good thing. Enjoying some wine on a beautiful sunny day, it's a nice thing to do, right? So it's just about moderation. Same with everything, I think. That I have to say, as a doctor, no booze is the best option when it comes to health. But I think realistically, just make sure you're having 2 or 3 days of booze-free kind of time within the week, I think
advice.
is really good.
But you're so good, and of course, on your lovely podcast, The Doctor Will See You Now.
No, that's my book. Sorry, no
Sorry,
appointment necessary.
no appointment necessary.
Yes,
Sorry.
it's fine.
Do that again. Your wonderful, on your wonderful podcast, The Doctor Will See You Now. No appointment necessary. I've just done it.
Please keep this in because it's brilliant.
Oh my god. Oh my god. See, other people have they have like an auto cue above the camera.
You're
for
doing
things
so
like this.
well. You're doing so well.
I'm doing so
It's
well.
my book, so it was so close. The Doctor Will See You Now is the book I've written it a while back.
Your wonderful podcast, No Appointment Necessary.
Yes.
It's wonderful.
Thank you very much. I'm so glad you love it.
I love the name.
You know it so well.
I love the name of it. That's the thing I love so much. No Appointment Necessary. Because, let's face it, no one can get a doctor's appointment.
Yeah, it's true.
But you do talk about like a lot of the things that get bandied around. Like,
Yes.
Especially on the age of social media must be a nightmare. Where, anybody can just like ding a stethoscope around their neck and just everybody listens to what they say.
Yeah.
I mean, all these sort of faddy things about sugar and, well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's faddy. Like, a lot of people seem to be like, oh, you've got to breathe differently or whatever. And,
Oh God, yeah. Like they say you've got to put tape over your mouth before you go to bed.
Yes,
Like,
is that a good idea?
no, it's not a good idea.
It feels quite Berlin.
It does.
Feels quite, I think a lot of
Like
a
Silence
lot of
of the
gays
Lambs.
have done that in
oh,
Berlin.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry, no, now I get what
Yeah,
you're
oh,
saying.
sorry, yes.
It does
Sort of,
feel
sorry,
very
yes.
Berlin.
Yeah. Sorry, I instantly went to some sort of Berlin sex
No,
dungeon
fair.
on that notion, but no, no shame.
No shame.
No shame, but
Absolutely.
do breathe.
Just make sure you have your alcohol-free days
Absolutely,
through the week.
yeah, do
but
bear-
tape,
tape over your
Berlin,
face.
balls, whatever
Yeah,
you want.
Whatever you like. Is that what? Yeah, was that to stop sleep apnea?
No, different people say different things, but the idea is it's supposed to encourage you to breathe through your nose while you're asleep, and rather than through your mouth. And there are benefits to breathing through your nose. It warms up the air before you suck it in. It also releases a chemical called nitric oxide, which widens your blood vessels and lowers your blood pressure as well than your mouth does. And it's got a better filtration system for bugs and things like that. But what they say on social media is bollocks, really, because they say, it changes your jawline, it improves your skin, it makes you more chiseled, and that's where all the nonsense comes
I can
in.
well imagine that.
Yeah.
But just to circle back, as people would say now, you just said the bugs, because there is that, remember that urban myth, and maybe it's not an urban myth, where, as they said, during your sleep, you swallow 6 to 8 spiders every night.
That is a real urban myth.
That is an urban myth. Good.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
fine.
Spiders don't want anything to do with us, really. I think they get such a bad rep, don't they? The last thing they want to do is go into some kind of... Yeah, people will say, because it's a dark space, they'll want to crawl into it. No spider wants to crawl into a moist, like air vent. Like, no spider does. Like,
That's true when you say it, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's so
it's like
good
an
to know.
earwig. Like, in my 20 years as a doctor, I've only removed one bug from someone's ear.
Have you? What sort of bug was it?
It was. I don't know, it was like a beetle. It was like a bit. It was a woodlouse. It was a woodlouse.
How did it get in there?
I don't know. It was just there. It was just there. They thought they had an ear infection, and then I had a look, and I was like, oh,
Interesting.
yeah, let me just get something. So I just got a pair of those with these special tweezers, and I went, this is what's causing your problem. And they physically felt really, really sick at the thought of it.
I
Yeah.
would find it quite satisfying.
It was dead. Yeah, so I felt a bit sad.
That sort of stuff must be, I would find that quite joyful. A bit like, like GP surgeries don't do ear syringing anymore.
No.
If I was the GP nurse, that would be my favourite bit.
It's the most satisfying thing in the
yeah.
whole world. Yeah, they're gutted they can't do it anymore. We do it on each other still because we've still got the machines.
You still got it there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. You got something to do on your lunch break.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
That's so nice. And I know you're not supposed to use like an earbud, are you, in your ear?
Never.
Oh, yeah.
Do you do that?
No.
The amount
one
of
unit of booze every week.
no earbuds.
No.
I sound like such a miserable bastard.
No, you're quite right. But it's so fun.
I mean, it's so satisfying, isn't it? But the amount of perforations I've seen, and the amount of ear little things I have to fish out of people's
Of
ears
course, that's
as
how
well.
the woodlouse get in there, probably.
Yeah, on the end of a bud.
On the end of an earbud. this. Yeah.
Can I tell you the most disgusting thing that's happened to me at
Please.
work? So I do minor surgery as well. So I do vasectomies and I do...
Do you?
Yeah, every Wednesday morning I do vasectomies.
Everyone, whoever's there, doesn't matter who's there.
Whatever they're coming for.
Come on.
Got a cough? No, come on.
Come on. I'm in the mood for tying a knot.
Yes. But I also do like cysts and abscesses and ingrowing toenails.
That's satisfying.
Oh my God, it's the best. So the juicier, so I work with this, the juicier the cyst, the better. Honestly, I work with this healthcare assistant called Karen, and she literally has orgasms if the cyst is massive. So
Is that like a boil? Is that the same as a boil?
it's like it's something called a sebaceous cyst. So we've all got glands on our skin called sebaceous glands, and they make something called sebum, which keeps our skin nice and supple. But they get blocked, and then they fill up with this very nutritious fluid, and then bugs get in and feed off it, and then you get a big kind of abscessy cyst, as you say.
Right.
So they come in, and very very early on during my minor surgery days, I'd get all my kit together, and this chap had one on his back. And so he was lying on his front, and I put all the anaesthetic in. It was all numb. Karen was salivating.
She couldn't wait to get in there, chomping at the bit.
She was so excited. and then I made the incision over the top. But because I put so much anaesthetic in, so when you put lots of fluid in, it stands up really proud.
Yes.
And it exploded, and the pus. And when I was concentrating, I'd stick my tongue out.
Oh no!
And the pus landed on my tongue. But I was halfway through a surgical procedure, so I couldn't
can't just,
stop.
go to the side and vomit.
So Karen was wetting herself. I had to carry on, and so you can't swallow because you don't want to swallow anything. He didn't know what was going on because he was face down, and so every so often, Karen, because my tongue was out, I wasn't allowed to swallow my saliva, and so it was just awful. It was awful.
Oh no, you poor thing.
Yeah, that was the
And so
worst. I can still taste it.
I can still... Now, I was going to say about gardening as well, because you have a beautiful garden, and you've been on Gardener's World.
What a... I feel like that was incredible. That was wonderful.
Because you did it just after the pandemic, so did you have someone come to that?
We had a whole team of people come to the house.
Did one of the presenters come?
No.
Oh, that's great, because it was COVID.
Yeah. No, so it was just a team of people. They were all vegans. And we made vegan lasagna, which is the first time we've made vegan lasagna. But it was really delicious, actually.
Was it vegan cheese?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was nice.
I always think of vegetarian lasagna. I actually think a vegetarian lasagna is better than
Oh, it's much better. Yeah. Well, I'm vegetarian, so I've had vegetarian lasagna.
Well, then you wouldn't know the difference.
But I've not had a vegan lasagna before. That was, it was nice.
Yeah, I'm sometimes sceptical about a vegan cheese.
No, they're good.
They're good now?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. What do they make it with? I'm always sort of sceptical about what is it.
I don't know.
But yeah, don't ask questions. And
But it melts and it becomes stringy. That's all. That's that.
Okay, fine. Because actually, I think, like a bit of tomato and a bit of courgette or whatever in it.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with that, couldn't you? Can't go wrong with garlic as well. I love garlic.
Yeah. Oh,
Have you ever grown garlic?
no, have you?
No, I thought about it. Anyway, let's get about them.
It seems like a lot of.
And I like the smell of garlic. I like wild garlic.
Yeah. Oh, you mean wild garlic?
Well, is that different to normal
Yeah,
garlic?
wild garlic is like the leaves, isn't it? And they grow in the woodlands, and then you kind of pick them off, and it smells like garlic.
Yeah, and it seems sometimes bluebell.
Yeah, that's your time. Yeah,
Yeah, so it's different.
but yeah, you can make. I mean, wild garlic. I don't know if it grows. I don't know how easy it is to cultivate because it just grows wild, doesn't it?
Maybe it's one of those ones that takes over as well.
Yeah.
Like people say who had bamboo in their gardens in the early 2000s, and it's still
They integrated it
like a
now.
bamboo
Yeah,
forest.
it just shoots up everywhere.
Yeah, and it's like all your neighbours will get it as well. It's a nightmare. My friend had it. They had to have someone around, especially to inject. They had to inject it to kill it. Yeah, it's a whole process. Don't do it.
Panda.
You need a panda. I think it would have been easier actually. They just bought a panda.
Just buy a panda. All the pandas are owned by China, though, aren't you? You can only borrow a panda. You cannot own. A country cannot own a panda. Every panda is on loan from
China.
Yeah,
A bit like the swans and the king.
Yeah. Go say it like this.
Yeah, it's the swan. And you have a beautiful gardener, and when I saw it on Gardener's World, you've got that wonderful mix of kind of wildflowers and things growing sort of in a way that feels totally organic, totally natural. I mean, have you always been into it? Have you been
No. It was only since we bought that house, and the garden was just lawn essentially. So we kind of we landscaped it. We got someone in to landscape it, and then the flowers and the pond we dug out ourselves. And we built like a bird feeding structure. So we did it all ourselves.
Oh, that's so lovely.
It's really nice.
Because bird feeding is, well, that's quite an art.
It's also a bit controversial. I don't know.
Oh, is it? Oh, another thing we can't do.
No, it is, because if you don't keep on top of like cleaning your bird feed, I spread disease.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and I've got like there's a bird bath there. I think I need to clean that. But I have heard a bit about.
Yeah, so we do clean up.
And you can get like squirrels and things come and eat it as well if you don't put it in the right place.
Yes.
So-
We got these. In fact, I tell you who I was having this conversation with. Do you watch Bridgerton?
A little bit, yes.
Lady Danbury. I don't know what her real name is, but she's called Lady Danbury in Bridgerton. I was having this conversation with Lady Danbury, and I said, I've got these special bird feeders that are weighted, so if anything heavier than a small bird goes on them, they close up. So a squirrel like just drives itself mental trying to get into it. And so she asked me where to, and she gave me a number, and I sent her the link. So I've now got Lady Danbury's number.
Lady Danbury? Is she in your phone as Lady Danbury?
Because I did ask her what her real name was.
You know, it's this character.
Yeah.
But it's lovely to build it yourself, I think, isn't it? And like see the garden take shape bit by bit, rather than some people obviously spend loads of money and just get it done.
Yeah.
And I think that can be you're sort of missing out on the fun of it.
Yeah, and I think we garden it because like people say, you want a really nice garden as a view, but there's a lot of trial and error, right? Lots of plants have died in the process.
So many things, and I think you have to let it go a bit, don't you? And sort of you kind of accept that, like, well, the lavender just isn't happening, or the isn't lavendering here, doesn't it? And you can change things about it, and sometimes people love to let you know what they think about what you're doing wrong, but.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
Who cares?
who cares? Like,
Just plant what you want to plant.
Yeah.
I've got no rhyme or reason. I go to the garden centre or I go to a garden show and I literally buy everything.
Yes.
Everything. And then I just plant it, and it's like survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
Survive.
But then sometimes things do exist in places where they kind of shouldn't really. Like I've got a wisteria, which doesn't look particularly animated now, but that's in the corner, which gets the least sunlight, but it's kind of kept going over
Yeah.
over a good few years.
Yeah. Just do it. Try it.
Well, now, Dr. Amir, I didn't want you to leave here empty-handed.
Oh.
So I bought you, I'm sure you
Oh
have
my
lots of
goodness.
these. A tete-a-tete.
I love
Since
it.
we're having a little tete-a-tete, do you like a spring flower?
I love a
They're,
spring
they're more of a daffodil sort of smell, which I do you like that smell?
I do. I really like it.
Some people think it smells of pears, but
That's a bit unlike.
I like
It
that.
reminds me of my job in the nursing home when I was
Lovely.
in my way through medical school.
Oh, happy days. Yeah, well.
And then these can go out in the garden after they're done. That's
Well,
the best
yes,
thing about them.
although I've not had much, I thought I was being very smart because I did that and put them in the garden. I thought I'll bring some of them in,
Yeah.
and then they've grown the leaves, but they've not flowered. So, but I anyway, these are ones that are good.
Thank you so much.
Well,
So
thank you,
generous.
thank you. I mean, I hope you like them, and I think of us whenever you see them. Good.
I do.